Just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here.
Entering pause screen. Challenge Medical Center settings. Entering settings screen. Accessibility is entering settings screen. You have 18 options. Contrast top. Entering volume. Game controls is selected. Enter accessibility is select. Entering ball carriers. VoIP sub and music set. Entering ball. Game controls is selected. Player defensive cover. Entering settings screen. You have 3. Volume control is selected. Entering cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game.
Comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Entering med challenge play. Entering depth T dub RG selected. Ray selected. Selected. Slot 2, slot 3, slot 2. Slot 1. Ray selected. Slot 3. Slot. FS selected. SS selected. Slot 2. Entering, cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game, cancel.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards, a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. A.J. Klein on the tackle there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Prescott. And on the left side, he's got Witten. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Here's Prescott. Prescott stripped. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's Brees. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
5-1. Mike 5-5. Hey, wahoo! Here I come again.
Now Brees. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. 54. Big stop, G. Big kill. Right there. Ready, tackle.
Into the red zone. It's Brees. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready. Yellow waiting. He'll kill. 53. Mike 5-4. Not today, you are. Not today.
Brees going to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Hey, ready. Yellow waiting. Kill, kill. 54. 80 weapons. Hey, easy.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession.
Entering, cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel.
As they come up now, second and goal.
Ready.
Second and goal from the one.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, D-line, let's get it. Here we go.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Gets fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Prescott looks to throw on first. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Caught left side by Cobb. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Prescott yet again. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 56 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters.
And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady. Yellow lady. 54. Here we go. Here we go. 21. 21. 26.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ready.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Check, Mike. 50. Go. 54. Your track. Your track. 54, Mike. 55. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Snap comes at 1. And now Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
That's another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ready. Mike, hey, exit. 12.
Throwing now is Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 16 yards, a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. after the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. I got one. Mike 55. Check 55, Mike. Who that?
Now Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Breeze now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. A gain of 37.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Mike's 54. Mike 9. Here we go. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Man out, man.
Breeze to throw again. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
We always talk about
Entering. Cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel. Entering. Attention pop-up. Your peer has conceded the game. Exit game.